Hi, welcome to another episode of Ripple. If this is your first time of seeing my video, my name is Adilowo Similoluwa Precious and I am the host of Ripple. If this is not your first time, welcome back. So in the last video, we talked about more than religion, that is becoming friends with God. And in this video, that video was just like an introductory video. This video is going to be building upon the things that we've learned in the last video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the pillars of friendship with God. And yes, if you are even looking to building a relationship with others, then these things can actually also help you. But the focus is on your relationship with God. Okay, so the very first pillar that I'll be talking about is honesty. Now, honesty in the actual sense just means that you being plain with somebody, and much more than even the relationships that you have that surround your life. Being plain with God is actually very important. You agree with me? This is one part that I feel like we need to know, because most times we are always honest with God with what we need, what we want Him to do. But then you agree with me that your best friend is that person that sees you in your weakest point, at your messiest situation, or somebody that you can share literally anything with. Is it the things that are not going right, the things that are not going as you want them to? Person that can see you cry. Everybody can see strong person, everybody can see you in your happy moment, but that person that you decide to share your down moments with, that person is the one that you truly consider your friend. That's the truth. So it's the same way that you should be able to share your down moments with God, not just when things are going on fine, but even when things are not going as you want them to go. You should be able to relate with God. You should be able to talk to God about it if you are really looking forward to building friendship with God. So I wrote some things down that I feel like these are things that we have to learn to be honest with God with. The first thing I said is that He knows all things, and that is Hebrews 4:13. Hebrews 4:13 says that all things are naked and open in His eyes. So most times I always say that if you decide not to tell God about that problem or that thing that you are facing, the thing is that you are only robbing yourself of the comfort and the solution He has to offer. God knows everything already. So you not telling God is like you are not doing God any harm. You're just doing yourself much more harm, because He knows. You're just not allowing yourself to get the comfort and the solution that He has to offer. The first thing that we have to be honest with God with is our struggles and our mistakes. Bible says in Proverbs 20:13 that he that covereth his sin shall not prosper. Now, when we talk about shall not prosper, it looks like a curse, but then it is not. It is just the basic fact. The thing is that guilt is a very big weapon that the enemy uses against us. If you know me personally, you know the fact that I always try to talk about don't allow guilt in your life. Don't allow it, because if you allow it in the wrong sense, it can really destroy a lot of things. Be honest to God about your struggles, about your mistakes. This is one of the ways that the enemy is able to keep us in guilt. You know that what the enemy is doing sounds like, okay, let's say you made a mistake. It sounds something like this: I'm going to report you, I'm going to report you, I'm going to report you. Kukuma tell me, don't worry, I'll go and tell, like, I'll go and report myself. Don't worry, let me go and report myself. That is the way it should be. You should be able to be honest with God about your mistakes. You don't wait for the enemy to be accusing you that I'm going to report you, I'm going to report you. I'll go and report myself. Simple. Talk to God about your struggles. The truth is that we tend to, let's be frank, all of us tend to like put this strong person stuff on when you are with others, when you are with people, and then it looks like you have no issues, you have no struggle. That is the lie. Everybody have something that you are actually like still working with God on. And truth is that if you are locking God out of that situation, that means that you don't trust God enough, or you don't have a friendship maybe like that with God. Because the truth is that even if it still remains let me say it's a struggle, you still have to learn to be honest with God about God. This is what I'm feeling in this situation. This is how this situation feels like. Or even if it's a mistake that you made, you still have to be honest with God. Then another thing that you have to be honest with God with is your motives and your desires. Let's be frank, it's not every time that you want to do that thing that is because you want to do it for God sincerely, and you lying to yourself will do you no good. At times I'll be like, God, the reason I want to do this thing is because I want the money out of it, or the reason I want to do it is because I want the prestige out of it. And it's good to be honest. Like, don't lie to yourself. You know the truth, that the reason why I want to do this thing that God is asking me to do, yes, I know that, okay, God is asking me to do it, but the reason I want to do it is because I want the prestige, I want the honor. You have to be honest with God, even with that. Now, God, this is why I'm doing this thing, but I want it to be about you. So please purify my motives. You see, friendship is built on honesty, sincerely. You have to be honest with God. That God, let me be frank, I'm doing it because the money is entering my eye. That's the truth. But I still know that even though this is what I'm feeling, my knowledge still knows that I have to do this because I want you to be glorified. So purify my motives. You have to be honest to God about your motive, about your desires. You don't have to hide that desire from God. You have to tell God about it. Then you have to be honest about your doubts, about your worries. You have to be honest about these things. Like I said, we don't have a problem being honest to God about our needs. Be like, God, I need this, I need that. I don't think it's much of a problem for us, because that's how human beings are. Let's just put it like that. So you have to be honest with God about your doubts. There was actually a time that God told me something, and immediately I was like, God, I don't believe you. Like, I don't need to lie. God, I don't believe you. I don't need to lie about it. That, yes, I know that. I knew at that point in time that I did not have faith for that thing that God was saying. I was like, God, I don't believe you, but I want to. Please help my faith. That's where honesty comes in. Be honest about your doubts, about your worries. Vulnerability is very important in this relationship. I know that, okay, sometimes the reason why we can't really bring ourselves to a place of honesty with God is because we've been honest with people and then we faced a lot. Like, they've betrayed us with those vulnerable moments that we allowed them to see. And then now it becomes difficult to open up to God in the same way. But in this relationship, vulnerability is very important. Don't be scared to be vulnerable. Be you, be free. Everything that is upon you, put it upon him. That is the truth. And yes, before long, you realize that God even starts to be vulnerable with you. That is, God starts to trust you with things that he might not tell every other person, but because you've learned to build. Because let's be frank, this thing is just building friendship, it's just building intimacy between you and God. And as time goes on, God starts to tell you things that are even I don't want to say bothering him, but things that are important to his heart, things that he wants to do upon the face of the earth, that he probably wanted to intercede about or to be a part of, just because you've built friendship with God. There's a place of mutual trust now. Then another pillar in your friendship with God is loyalty. Joshua 24 verse 15 said that me and my household, we will serve the Lord. You have to make up your mind that no matter what happens, I'm sticking with this, my lover. He's God today, he's God tomorrow, he's God always. No matter what happens in my life, even if I feel like I've made a mistake, even if I feel like what I've done is wrong, even if I feel like God has failed me, I am still loyal to this relationship. Loyalty is very, very important. I want to say that you have to make up your mind to choose God over and over again. There is a philosopher that says something that if you make up your mind to do something, it will be very hard to actually let go of not doing it. As if your mind is made up strong enough, you will see that you will be able to use. You don't have to wait for the days of battle, the days that you need to build loyal, like to be loyal to God. From now, make up your mind that even in the worst case scenario, I am choosing God. Even when I feel like God has failed me, I am choosing God. That is how friendship is built. You won't like somebody, sincerely. Sometimes you just have to think about how you are treating God and think about it, about how you want others to treat you. You want somebody to leave, somebody that you trust, somebody that you have built friendship with, to now leave you when things are not going on fine. No. That will break you. You know that will break you. Not the same way that you shouldn't treat God like that. If you're in a situation that you feel like what God has done, you don't feel okay with it, communicate with God, talk to God about it, be loyal to him, remain with him. Don't make up your mind that is when things are going on fine that I'm going to be for God. No, be loyal to God. Make up your mind to be loyal to him. He won't bail on you, so why would you bail on him? He won't give up. Why would you give up? Why will you? Another pillar for this friendship is obedience. John 14:15 says that if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, keep my commandments. There is no love with God if you are not loving him enough to obey him. There is no love. You have to obey him. You have to make up your mind that I'm going to obey God. The highest, you know how love makes you mumu? That time that when you're in love with somebody and then you're literally showing up, doing everything that you feel like they would need you to do. It's a form of obedience, so let's just be frank, because the person might not say it directly. Even if the person say it directly, maybe, oh, I want you to buy this thing for me, and because you have already moved for the love, you get it, you buy it. It's obedience, bro. So why find it difficult to be obedient to God? Why do we not find it easy to also be obedient to the things that God will help us do? But obedience is important to your relationship with God. There's a story in Matthew 21, verse 28 to 30, where Jesus was telling a parable of two sons. Their father asked them to do something. He met the first son, and the first son was like, I will do it. But the first son did not do it. The second son was like, I will not do it. But later went on to do it. The one that truly loved the father is that second son. It's not about, yes, I know that in the last video I mentioned that you have to have your emotions involved. You have to have all these mushy feelings for God. You feel in love, that babyish kind of stuff. But it doesn't end there. If that is all you have, no, that is not true friendship. You have to also let it show in your actions. You have to let it show in the things that you do. You have to let it show in the way that you act. So you have to be obedient to God. Not out of fear, not because you fear that if I'm not obeying God, God is going to wipe me, or God is going to erase my name from the book of life. No, fear is not going to bring forth anything. Like, if you are doing it out of, oh, I fear God, in a destructive manner, it is not out of friendship. You should obey God out of love, because it's my lover that is asking me to do something. He wants me to be involved. He wants me to be a part of it. Like, it should make you excited to do it. Not because if I don't do it, God is going to wipe me, God is going to destroy me. No, now you should do it because I want to be involved, because it involves my lover. I want to be closer to him. I want to do it because he is involved in it. He is a part of it, and I want to be a part of everything that he is a part of. That is what it should be. I really want to go on, but this is 12 minutes, and I said the videos will not be passing 10 minutes. So I talked about honesty, I talked about loyalty, and I talked about obedience. This is the part 1 of pillars of friendship, and the next part will be the concluding part, by God's grace, of pillars of friendship. Please, you might have to go through this video again, because I feel like I was talking very fast, but you might have to go through it again to actually understand some things. And yes, if you have questions, please do well to ask in the comment section. That is the end of this video. That is the end of pillars of friendship part 1. Honesty, loyalty, obedience. They are very important. I want you to brood upon these. I want you to meditate upon these things. Look at how you can put it into your life, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you. God bless you. Have a nice day.